2023 presidency. Boko Haram not used against Buhari in 2015. Stop using Biafra agitation against Igbo. Ohaneze warns. The Apex Social-Cultural Igbo Organization, Ohaneze Indigbo, has said the next president of Nigeria to emerge in 2023 will come from the southeast. The group also stated that the region will not fall for the blackmail of political enemies using the Biafran agitation in the region against it. Ohaneze enumerated diverse agitation and militia groups that emanated from other regions which did not stop the ambition of their people to rule the country. According to Vanguard, it stated that the movement of the Odua People's Congress, OPC, did not prevent Olusegun Obasanjo from becoming Nigeria's president, nor did the Niger Delta militia group stop Goodluck Jonathan from becoming Nigeria's leader. The group also said Boko Haram insurgency in the north was not used against President Muhammadu Buhari when he wanted to become the president. It then reiterated that there are no activities or agitations from the southeast that can be used against the region from fielding the president to succeed President Muhammadu Buhari in 2023. The group, in a statement signed by its Secretary General Ohaneze Indigbo World, Mazi Okechukwu Isiguzoro, condemned what he termed as attempts by critics of Indigbo to blackmail her with the activities of Biafran agitators over Igbo presidency. It said the Southwest has no strong claim for the presidency in 2023. Chief Olusegun Obasanjo led Nigeria as president from 1999 to 2007. While Professor Yemi Osinbajo will conclude 8 years as vice president from 2015 to 2023. So 2023 will be the turn of the Igbos to occupy the exalted office of the president. Ohaneze condemns attempts to blackmail the Igbos with activities of Biafra agitations, resurrect the rhetorical questions about the activities of other ethnic militias, activities in the past. Did the activities of OPC stop Chief Olusegun Obasanjo's emergence in 1999? Since the activities of this group did not stop the people from the aforementioned areas from emerging presidents of Nigeria at different times, the rise of self-determination agitators from the southeast will not stop the zone from producing the president in 2023. Igbo presidency in 2023 would rather assuage the burning flames of Biafra agitation and put Nigeria back on track for greater heights. Now, this is where it goes wrong. Ohaneze Indigbo also tasked Igbo presidential aspirants to reach out to all political parties and geopolitical zones and build bridges of friendship and support ahead of 2023 elections. All right, cool. So, with the logic here, with the chain of reasoning, it is absolutely fair. It makes sense. Absolutely. Because with other regions, there have always been something in every region that seem to have stopped in terms of, having their militia or whatever. So why should it be the Igbos' turn and then all of a sudden it is a problem? That logic absolutely makes perfect sense. Where it goes wrong and why, in the grand scheme of things, in the long run, and in thinking positively about actually making positive change, why does it matter? Because it seems as though we're more pushing that an Igbo person be president rather than having a good quality president. Because yes, I understand everything is unfair and stuff, but then it's like, let's not pretend. I don't know where Indigbo, Ohaneze Indigbo is saying that if there's an Igbo president, then the agitation from Biafra will just cease automatically. Excuse me. In fact, it would actually increase. Why? Because Biafrans would be like, actually, we have our representative in government, so why can't you do something to make the process easier for us to leave? And that is the more reason why the powers that be would be very hesitant to allow an Igbo person to become president. Why would they do that? There's unfinished business with Igbo people and the Nigerian presidency. I mean, look, let's not even, the Biafran war is already a major one, of course, and as a result of that, their relationship has been soured since then. And let's not pretend this Biafra decision is not as a result of because something is bad or because there needs to be change. They wanted to go from the beginning. So I'm not understanding why all of a sudden there's the Indigo, Ohanes Indigo is pushing this narrative that, okay, fine, if an Igbo person becomes president, it's most likely that that the Biafran agitations will stop. Because really and truly, because I think we're mixing things up. Maybe I'm interpreting it wrong, but what I think is going on here is that each region wants to have autonomy to its resources, and I think that is the most important thing. That is literally the most important thing. So it seems as though you have to be president and get to that level where you can actually decide that, you know what, this region will be, would have autonomy over their own resources. And I guess that's the main thing, because at the end of the day, it's the fact that, regions don't have autonomy over their resources, and then the government is, owning it as a state resource and using that as an avenue to embezzle money and then push the funds back into other states that are not that do not actually own the land or the soil, or are not indigenous to the soil where they can say we own this resource. So it doesn't make sense, and I understand that, but can that be achieved without actually getting to a presidential level? Now that is the question. But the thing is, what if, okay, fine, Igbo presidency. What if the Igbo is the president and then the country is still bad, or the country is worse? What will happen? Because you know it will be thrown back into the faces of Igbos, and it's like, wait, but you wanted to be president and now you're doing bad. How does that happen? And the fact is, things can totally change. It is a gamble for the powers that be and for the powers that want to remain powers that be, seen and unseen. The fact is, it is a very huge gamble for them to allow an Igbo person to be president. I don't think it will happen. Even if, yes, you can say, okay, fine, they're going to be on the side of the presidency, they're going to stop Biafra and all that. Listen, I think that would even intensify the Biafran agitation. And as well, listen, everywhere you go, there are Judases. I am just saying, they may think, okay, fine, Igbo is presidency, and nothing's gonna happen, we're gonna sign this contract, things will still be the same. And all of a sudden, they're passing new bills. Because if an Igbo person be president, I think, and things are working well in favor of the Igbos, we're gonna see they're gonna make a whole new constitution. The constitution will be thrown up, down, edited. What's the word? I've forgotten what the word is. Relooked at, reviewed, amended. Yes, all the laws amended as this year, that year. Things are really going to change. So really and truly, by the logic of fine, why should IPOB stop why should the fact that there's IPOB and ESN stop and Igbo person be president? Excuse me. There are other parties that have been pushing for self-determination and even other things as well. And I've had, groups, militias and all that. Why did it not stop other regions? But then when it comes to the Igbos, it should be different. That logic absolutely 100% makes sense. That chain of reasoning aligns. However, when it comes to the core and the longevity and the actual purpose for change, it does not make sense, because it seems as though the focus is that an Igbo person be president rather than having a good, competent president in there. But what do you think about it? And don't forget to like and subscribe.